Aaron, you want to hear a joke?
I sure do, Colin.
I just went to bartending school and I'm trying to be a bartender.
You're fired.
I wasn't even fucking hired yet.
All right. But in all seriousness, is that what we're talking about today?
Bartending school?
All right.
How fucking awesome it is.
Give us an intro, man. Sell me on bartending school.
I probably didn't learn the necessary skills. This is a biased opinion. I have no idea if skills, but bartending skills. What is bartending to you, Aaron?
What is bartending? It is people management, dude. It's
I
adult. It's adult babysitting.
Fucking 1000% agree with that.
Adult babysitting, right? Yeah. Depends.
Nice.
Yeah, stuck that one in there.
Oh, I hope not.
Oh my god.
So yeah, bartending school, man. Tell us about it. I know you did your research, your due diligence on this one.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so this has been something I've wanted to talk about for a long time. I feel like this is not something that's talked about enough. I'm scooting the chair up. We're getting into it.
That's because I don't know anyone that went to bartending school.
My point exactly. All right, so for those of you who don't know, and if you're in the industry and you're watching this, then you already know bartending school is like not where it's at. That's my hill to die on, and I'm going to explain why.
It's a very biased hill, but tell us why.
It is. But that being said, no, anyone who's worked in the industry for a long time, I think knows that bartending school kind of a scam, right?
I don't know. I don't know the research.
Okay.
On it, yeah.
We're gonna get into it.
From my perspective and what I know now, fuck yes, it's a scam. How? Absolutely. You don't even, the skills necessary to bartend are not the ones you learn to pour a drink. Like
exactly.
It's not about that, man. You learn day one what your fucking counts are behind a bar.
100%.
That is by far the easiest part of the job. But I digress.
Counts, recipes, all that stuff. All right. Yeah. So I think we started before we actually did an intro. So I'm going to try to do a good intro right now.
Okay.
Bartending school is like college for bartenders, except you don't actually need it. You don't get a certification.
You don't get laid.
Stop. Colin, shut the fuck up.
Sorry, go on.
Oh my God. I was ready to be on my soapbox. And you just ruined it. It's okay though. Yeah. I'm going to power through it. Okay. Bartending school, you don't need it. You don't get a certification except for what they give you. They're like printed piece of paper. As far as a useful, functional certification in the industry, does not exist, right? Your first job, did you have to go to bartending school to get it?
Absolutely not.
Antonio, Mr. Producer.
Yes.
Ugh!
He
Don't
went to
ask him anything.
school?
Oh my God, dude.
No.
I can't even fucking tolerate his voice.
Yes, he was responding to us. Now I get it. Okay, all right. So, but you did not go to bartending school, right?
No, I did not.
He did not.
It's like fucking nails on a
So
chalkboard.
on the super scientific survey we just did, 0 for 3 on bartending.
Yeah. So how did you get to be a bartender?
I slept my way to the top.
that's probably not a bad angle, actually.
No, I did really want to get into this though. All right, this is like one of my hills to die on with bartending school.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just one of those things that I'm passionate about for no reason whatsoever.
It really grinds your gears.
I'm going into it right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why the hate?
It's scammy to me, bartending school.
That's
and
fair.
This is why. All right. So when I first started bartending, I was 23, 24 straight out of college. So I'm not like a lot of bartenders I feel like started when they were like 16 doing bussing or hosting or something, kind of like working their way into the top. My story was a little bit unique. So I graduated with a double degree in piano performance and political science. Weird, right? Super nerd.
Wow, dude. Okay, you're a rock star. You play in a metal band. You got your hat cocked backward right now.
Yeah.
You're handsome, but rough around the edges.
No.
Edgy as all get out. And you went to political science and piano major.
I did.
You're a man of mystery.
I try to do my best, man. But yeah, so my whole point being, I got out of school. I went and worked in a retirement firm for a little while, and I was making like $38 a year straight out of college. Like not great, right? I had friends that were bartending, and they were making, I don't know, like 100.
Yep.
So that's what I did, or what I decided I wanted to do anyway. So when I first was trying to figure out my whole intro into bartending, how do I get into it, all that stuff, I did look at bartending school, and this is the reason I'm so passionate about it. because I was one of those guys. Like I was the guy they were trying to scam.
Yeah.
All these programs, they were they were costing like $5-6K, right? And you get this like bartending degree, which to me at the time, not knowing anything, I was thinking I had to get it. So that's my first problem with it. The way they sell themselves and brand and market, it's implying that you need this to be successful in the industry.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Which I did not like. All right. Expensive. And I really looked into it. I was trying to figure out like if it was right for me. But what ended up happening was I decided when I realized I didn't need any official certification except for like the ABC, the license to handle liquor.
That's it. Yeah.
Which is a 5-hour class, which anyone can do and anyone can take.
Yeah. God forbid if they fail that, then you should probably not do anything close to bartending.
Yeah, if you fail that one, you're struggling. But I decided I was going to I saved up my money. I bought an entire bar's worth of liquor, right? So I had everything you need to make every cocktail ever. I researched all the recipes. I went to whether it be Death & Co. or like Mr. Boston or all those old ones. I learned to make every drink. And that's how I got into, bartending and understanding cocktails and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So when I went to
Did you do it at home? Wait,
I did.
Were you a bartender straight out? You'd skip the whole service part?
No, here's where it gets funny. All right, so I didn't. I practiced all the cocktails. I knew them all like the back of my hand. Knew all my recipes. I was even doing like flair bartending before I even bartended. Like I was doing all the shaker shit. I was like, dude, such a nerd.
Lame.
Oh, I know, dude. It's so lame.
Just kidding to all the flares out there.
What's that?
Just kidding to all the flares out there.
Oh, yeah. So I applied at this place in Baltimore. Got a gig as like a catering server for a little bit. Lied on my resume hard. So I applied to this bar. It was I kid you not, a sushi bar / nightclub. It was very interesting.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So all they really did was sake and a few cocktails. And I applied as a bartender. I made up all this bullshit on my resume. Got hired. And within like a week, they were just like, very obviously, you do not know what you're doing. Dude, I lied my way into the industry so hard.
This sounds so familiar, but keep going.
So my manager, fortunately, was super cool. And he told me that I could be a bar back for like 2-3 months. And he was like, well, try again at bartender. He asked me straight up. He's like, did you lie on your resume? I was like, yeah. I was like, I can't hide it. Because he started asking me questions that I didn't know the answers to. All the like normal stuff, right? Like, how do you change soda bags or, all that kind of stuff.
Valid question.
Yeah, right.
I bet. Wow, I didn't keep going.
I'll roll with it. So finally, after 3 months of bar backing, I got to bartend. So I actually skipped
That's
all
awesome.
the normal steps. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm a liar.
Yeah, the most handsome I've ever seen. I've kind of a similar story.
Okay.
If you want to hear it, man.
Yeah.
The first bartending gig I've ever had, I skipped placements. I didn't even lie. I didn't know I was supposed to lie.
Yeah.
Here's why. I was a manager at a detail shop till I was 21, I believe. And then I was looking at the service industry because I know that the chop house in Murfreesboro, I know that they made more money than what I was making managing detail shop. And so I had an in through a buddy. She used to work she knew the guy that managed all the airport. This is when B&A was tiny. All the airport bars.
It's so much bigger.
So they had like Nashville Deli and they had Tootsie's and they had one other thing.
Yeah.
And this is way before Tootsie's. I don't know why I said that. And she was like, hey, I got you the interview. You're hired. No problem. Whatever have you.
Yeah.
She didn't fucking tell me I was supposed to fake it till I made it. So
how'd that go?
This is pretty funny.
I'm so excited.
So to get in the airport at that point, this is like, man, what is this, like 2010? Airport security is still like, I mean, it's still heinous, like getting through airport security, especially on the back end.
Right.
With all the laws after 9/11, whatever have you. So it took me 2 days to pass the certification to get into the airport, just the security protocol.
Yeah.
Ace that test, go in the first day. They're like, the only thing I got from the orientation was claim 100% of your tips. Whatever that meant. I didn't know what the fuck that meant.
Yeah.
So the first day I'm expecting to get trained. I'm behind the bar at Nashville.
They threw you right in?
Dude.
Damn.
I'm behind the bar at Nashville Deli. Just have no idea what I'm in for. Didn't know that I was supposed to do my due diligence and fucking learn this craft.
Oh my God.
So this lady comes up, man, she's middle-aged. She's probably 42. She is business savvy. She's got a fucking trench coat. She's looking like great business.
Yeah.
Business lady. Maybe getting a connecting flight, maybe just flying out, do some business wherever.
Yeah.
She goes, "Can I get a gin and tonic, please?" And I go, "Yeah. Let me find like an adult and like we'll make this for you." I had no fucking idea. I wasn't even drinking that much at the time. I had no fucking idea what a gin and tonic was.
Yeah.
Like, I had no concept of what the fuck I know now.
So they really threw you right in.
Oh my God, dude.
That's amazing, man.
And so 15 minutes later, GM comes by. "Hey, I thought you knew how to do this." And I go, well, no, I thought you guys were going to train me. He was like, "Tell you what, there's a position as a cook, or we can just execute you off the premise." I go, "You just escort me right the fuck out."
Oh my God, that's incredible.
It goes around because about 6 months ago, I had two guys from Ireland in town. Yeah. And we're a little high on mushrooms, and I tell them this story. And
Censor that.
I'm high as shit on mushrooms. And we're all in the driveway just looking up the stars. Yeah. And I tell them this story, and one of the guys just starts fucking losing his mind laughing. I go, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Could you imagine it from the lady's perspective? She's just going to get a gin and tonic. Yeah. She sees this kid just get fired, and she's like, 'I just want my damn drink, please.'" So we had a good game.
That's a good start, man.
Yeah.
And that's the way it always is. It's always kind of like every bartender I know kind of had a dirty start to it, right?
Dirty.
It's weird.
Dirty start, right?
So dirty.
How do you work your way to the top, right? Man, what a fucking weird industry to work that in.
But this is why I get on my hill about bartending school. So this industry is one of the only ones that I know that requires 0 official certification. Yeah. Whatsoever.
Don't forget the ABC card.
ABC. All right, but like any state has that, right? Yeah. I mean, I had to do it in Maryland. I've had to do it here.
5 hours of training to get people fucked up and in car wrecks. Yeah. That was really dark. That was really fucking dark. 5 hours.
I don't know if I can come back from that one. Yeah. I'm just kidding. No. Sorry. I mean, yeah, so there's no official certification. So why I think bartending school is a total scam is they don't teach you any of the skills that you actually need to be a successful bartender, right? Yeah.
What are those skills that you're talking about? If you want to elaborate on that, to be a successful bartender.
Yeah, no, it's personality, dude. It's 1,000% personality. Work ethic is super important as well. As far as knowing drink recipes, I would say that's maybe like 5%.
Yeah, I'll agree with that one.
And that's what bartending school is. It's like they put you behind a bar, you learn the recipes, but what you don't learn is how to kick out Steve, your regular, who's had like 27 Bud Lights.
He comes here every night, knows the owner.
Oh my God, yeah, they don't teach you that shit, and that's the shit you really actually need to know.
Yeah, how to calm down a drunk, how to kill him with kindness with the water instead of just being like, "Get the fuck out."
It's soft skills, dude. Like bartending is sales, and I've known a lot of salesmen in a lot of different industries or saleswomen, whatever. Like the ones that are the best just have a natural sort of affinity for people. They get people, and that's what you have to have as a bartender. You can learn recipes. I mean, for me, when I first started, it was flashcards. I probably learned 100 cocktails. And consistently, I make maybe like 12 of them.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I've made 100 different cocktails in my life.
Yeah, like off the top of my head, I probably make old fashions, Bahama Mamas, painkillers,
Jack and Coke.
Lemon drops, Jack and Coke. Yeah, Jack and Coke's tough, dude. That one's tricky. You got to do that 4 count.
So is a gin and tonic.
Yeah, I know.
It's next level.
Well, and like bartending school too, my whole thing with it is just like you're trying to codify or solidify something that is by nature chaotic, right? Recipes are recipes. You can learn any recipe for a drink. They're quick to make. And unless we're talking about like super high-end craft cocktail, which I do respect it. You know, it's definitely a different approach to cocktail making. And I did it for a little while. But if you're just talking about making drinks, man, like you don't need a certification to do that. What you do need is to understand how a bar works. You need to understand people. You need like how to cut people off, how to do it well.
How to read a room. I actually
Yeah.
think that there is a significant difference of if you go up to a bar, you can tell the novices from the pros just the way they carry themselves,
You
the
gotta
way
run
they
them in.
interact,
Yeah.
the way they, the way they slay. Or they're like, oh, they're fucking on it.
Yeah. Run in the room.
Run
I
in
mean,
the
that's
room.
the best way to put it, dude,
Yeah.
because you really have to. Like, you are managing people. You're taking adults who are going in and they're drinking something that makes them act like children.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you've got to run that shit, And that to me is why bartending school doesn't work as a business. I mean, it works as a business model, but it does not work as an actual certification model because the things you deal with in the bartending industry are inherently chaotic.
If you see someone on someone's resume that says bartending school,
Yeah. What's your first reaction?
that'd be a big fucking red flag to me. I'd be like, well, can you hide that, bury that, and burn it, whatever you need to do. Put some salt on it, whatever.
I had a dude come into a bar I was working at. This was when I was craft cocktail. And we were like pretty crazy high-end craft. It was very intensive. We did like clarified milk punches and stuff like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, like hours and hours of prep.
Ugh.
I mean, very intensive. It was interesting. It was fun,
Yeah.
but it was kind of like bartending science almost. Just very. We did all sorts of crazy shit, and this dude comes in during a busy hour, I might add, and asks for an application.
Nice.
Right? Oh,
So
I
it
hate
was
that.
starting out
Oh,
great.
Biggest pet peeve, dude. Like, how are you gonna go into a bar
Yeah.
and try to act like you know your shit?
It's a Saturday morning.
It's like
we're-
7 p.m. on a Friday, dude. Like, my guy.
Read the room. Like,
Yeah, I'm over here just like shaking 6 cocktails at once, and I understand that motion is suspect.
No, it's good for everyone.
Yeah, shaking all these cocktails, like working the whole bar by myself, 12, 15 people, and here comes, fucking Tyler with his bartending degree. But tell me you
Did
don't
he get
know...
the job or not?
Oh, definitely not.
Oh,
This
shame.
guy, he was a cool dude. He was nice, but his only experience was bartending school. And to me, I'm just I'd rather take a bar back or someone who's worked at a dive bar and understands how to run a room, because anyone can learn recipes. So this guy like comes in, and the swag on him too. Like he was like he had the drip, so to speak. He comes in,
Jumpsuit drip or no?
gonorrhea.
Didn't see that.
Long story. We do not have to get into that. No, but he comes in just ready to go. Like, I just graduated bartending school. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like he felt about bartending school.
What was his attire? Was it like a business
Suit,
professional?
dude.
No
Suit.
way. Oh,
I shit you not.
oh what's you know what that's I'm glad you brought that up, because what's the old saying that you should dress for the position that you want? Do you think you wanted to be the fucking owner? Do you think you
Right.
wanted to be a bartender? Like, what are we shooting for here?
Oh my god.
So I would, if I came in for a bartending interview,
Yeah.
it'd be like I have a illegal shirt with 3 bunnies fucking on it.
I would have thought like orange jumpsuit.
yeah.
Dress for the job you want.
You're gonna be a cook,
Right? Like former gifted children. How long have you been bartending? No, so he comes in, he's got the bartending school degree, and I don't know why, but just that alone was enough for me to be like, no, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
Like the wall. You weren't even the decision maker. You're
Yeah.
just like, it ain't going to the people that needs to get to. Like,
Right. And that's what I think happens with bartending school. It's you're taking something that is a 100% experience-based industry.
No.
We've all experienced it when we were first trying to get our first jobs. Everyone wants experience. No one wants to give it to you. So bartending school is like this cheat code people try to use to get into jobs. But the fact of the matter is people don't want to work with people who don't know how to work behind a bar. And this ties into what I was saying about me lying on my resume. I knew all these cocktails. I did not know shit
Yeah.
about running a bar.
bold move, Cotton.
Yeah.
It's a good perspective from both ends too, because like I'm thinking about it right now. Like, work on Broadway. You
Right.
hope you fucking carry your weight. You hope that the person next to you don't have to babysit them the whole night, because at the end of the day, you're making $2.13 an hour. You want them to be as efficient as possible, making the most money per hour based on tips that they possibly can, and that comes with experience. That comes with managing people. That does not come from bartending school.
No, absolutely not.
So yeah, places like Broadway, especially, that making what they make.
Yeah.
You want someone with experience. You do not want a bartending school. So it's
Right.
not for everyone. I think that's what we're
Well,
getting at, right?
And I think if I was doing this for anyone watching that might be interested in bartending and wants to know more about bartending school, here's what I would say. I think your best bet is to start out at a restaurant, like find something that's entry level, pretty easy to do. Just get to understand how a restaurant works, right? So I would say host, busser, barback, any of those. Great places to start. And honestly, barbacking is a science in and of itself too.
Absolutely.
I mean, all these positions are important.
Man, barback's something I just don't want to. I could not see myself doing. Those barbacks that run high
their
volume
asses
starts.
off, man.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, kill it.
And my point being, like, work your way up, learn the industry, learn about the stuff they wouldn't teach you in school, you know, just watch bartenders who have been doing it for 10, 15 years, who know their shit. That's how you get a good job. And that's how you become a better bartender. You don't get it from reading a book or reading a like cocktail list. You get it from being there and just seeing how people are in bars. It's such a unique environment, and there's no degree in the world that can prepare you for it.
Absolutely.
Only way to do it is to be there.
You know, I was thinking about opening the last episode we had with a joke. Well, it's not necessarily a joke, but it kind of ties in our theme right here.
All right.
What does road rage, Instagram fitness commenters,
I'm fascinated.
and bartending all have in common?
Road rage, Instagram influencers, and bartending.
Everyone thinks they can all do it. Those are all things that are approachable.
Shit.
They look like they're non-skill. Like, look,
That's a
everyone can
great
fucking
point,
drive
dude.
a car,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Everyone has fucking road rage because no one can fucking drive a car.
Right.
Everyone works out on all you see nowadays. Maybe my algorithm, fuck me. Instagram
do
fitness,
that?
yeah. Instagram fitness, like you'll see a girl benching like a girl. God, never look at the comments. I saw a girl bench 200 pounds on Instagram the other day. It looked pretty valid.
Yeah.
And then I checked her profile. I was like, wow, she can fucking lift a lot more than I can. And then all the commenters were like, no, those are fake weights. She can't do that. Terrible form. Blah blah blah. Like the fucking.
Are you talking about the girl that was benching like 225, the skinny, like she was like teenager, I think?
Yeah, the powerlifting.
You know, these guys are watching.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
she's like
but
throwing up
there's so many.
225.
Yeah,
Dude, she's
no,
a
there's a
beast,
lot of them.
man.
But man,
Yeah.
people are such fucking haters because they're like, oh, if I can't do that or I can barely do that and I'm a man or whatever the fuck the case
Yeah.
is. Like, there's so much fucking hate, so much ignorance on the internet. Never read comments.
I'm not gonna
Holy
lie.
shit.
If I go into a gym and see her benching 225,
I'm either. Yeah, I'm calling.
yeah, she beat me up.
Yeah, and then bartending.
Yeah,
So bartending from the outside
looks easy.
looks easy.
It is not.
It is debatably a non-skilled position because you need a 5-hour certification.
We
But yeah, we'll get into that, right?
We'll go on the unskilled thing later, but yeah.
Right, but you need a 5-hour certification, then you're behind a bar.
Yep.
I fucking dare you.
Oh, totally, 100%.
I fucking dare you to get behind that bar.
Please do.
I fucking.
I love how intense you are.
And then
about
you want to tip? Go fuck yourself.
There was someone posted I think it was a tweet or a status about anyone who complains about service industry should have to work a Mother's Day brunch
Oh yeah.
on a patio.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Or Sunday brunch
With like a
in a
10-table
fucking
section.
suburb.
Dude.
Ugh.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie.
Animals.
Bartending to me has taken more skill than almost anything else I've done. And I was a classical pianist. Like, you've got to.
Grass is greener on that one.
Oh my god, man! You've got to manage so much, and depending where you work, some bars are pretty easy, right? But some bars, you're constantly in chaos. You're just dealing with so much shit, and you're expected to be happy the entire time. Like, what other job does that?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like you're expected to be happy.
You have 20 pairs of eyes on you in volume. Say you're understaffed. Say you're just fucking. There's no way you can keep up. People are waiting 10 minutes to get a drink. It is sometimes it happens, right? You're understaffed on a busy day. You get fucking rocked by a conference. Who knows? And then you're supposed to manage all that stress. Yeah. And supposed to fucking be Johnny on the spot about everything. You got people yelling at you, leaving over the bar with 20s
Right.
and credit cards, knocking on the bar. Oh my God, you're gonna give me PTSD right now.
Oh my god, the stress dreams.
Oh yeah. Oh man, when you forget a ranch, you're in the weeds, and the next thing you know, you're naked. Yeah, you have those too.
Oh my god, all the time. There are so many dreams I've had where I've been. This is always the one that gets me. I have this stress dream. It's recurrent. I'm at the bar and I see a full bar of people, like 30 people just lined up waiting for drinks. And in my head, in my dream, I think, I can handle this. I got this shit, right? So I start with the first person, and no matter what he says, I can't understand what he's saying. Dude.
Do you ever have those dreams where you're trying to fight someone and you can never land a punch? Is that?
Never had that one. That's interesting. But no, it's always the same one. It's always this guy. It's the same guy every dream. I can't understand what he's saying. I'm like, sir, please enunciate your words. And so the dream ends. I didn't get to anybody.
What do you think it means?
Oh, we're getting a dream interpretation. I think it means I've been in this industry way too long. The fact that I'm doing it in my sleep.
I think that you already knew what he wanted.
It was my number. Fucking knew it.
That's what it was.
No, but yeah, to like bring it back to bartending school, I would say to anyone trying to get a job as a bartender, it's not like other industries. Like you don't get the certification, right? So if you want to be a mechanic, you have to go get a particular certification for that. If you want to be a doctor, right, you have to go to 8 years of medical school. It's very prescribed. The difference with bartending is that there's not really a clear path to get a job. You know, it's networking, it's knowing the people that own the bar. It's kind of like I did. I just learned the cocktails on my own and then lied on my resume, you know, like, or for you, you know, you always get thrown in these weird situations. So to me, what I would say is if you're trying to get a job in the industry, pass bartending school, just skip it. You don't need it. Network, just get to know the bartenders. Get a job at the bar or restaurant you're looking at. Bar back, serve, host, whatever it is. Do all that shit. Talk to your bartenders. Be cool with them. Learn from them. If you're bar back, and it's even better because you can basically watch them work all the time. Just understand what goes into being a bartender. And I will say 9 times out of 10, any bartender is going to recommend you if you're cool to work with.
Absolutely. You know, a cheat code to that.
Yeah.
If I'm spitballing here because I've seen it happen. I've seen it work a couple times.
Yeah.
You go, say you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, you have tabula rasa. You come to a bar. A, can't be busy.
Yeah.
B, talk to the host. If you think that if you smell a manager around, someone in a suit or whatever whatever manager's wearing, wherever you're trying to apply, if they're around you, you know, maybe strike up a conversation, be like, hey, I have a question. Do you guys know if you're going to have any front of house positions available in the next month?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm new to the industry. I'd like to get in somehow, but, you know, I'm eager. I want a bar back or I want to be a host. I just kind of want to learn what it's all about. And, you know, I understand the stepping stones, but my ultimate goal is being a bartender. So, the people skills on that interaction go
big time,
paramount, right?
Yeah.
To management and bartenders, they're going to be like, I felt good.
Like, this guy's cool. Yeah.
He knows what he wants. Yeah.
I mean, and that to me is really what it's all about. People hire people they want to work with. And that's true of any industry everywhere. You could know every cocktail in the world, but if you're a dick, like no one's going to hire you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you're really cool and you only know like
or
3
stiff.
or 4.
You can't be stiff in this industry. You know, you got to be.
I can be.
Okay, well, you just can't. You know, you gotta be loose-lipped. You gotta be ready to go. You gotta be intuitive.
And you really just gotta be able to take things, you know, kind of as they come. You can't get too uptight about like the guy that doesn't tip you, or you know, the girl that sent something back because she didn't like it. You really gotta just like be able to brush it off.
Yeah,
100%. And if you don't have that mentality, you're in the wrong industry, bro. You know, it is what it is.
I concur.
100%.
This is Bartending School 101.
Yeah, stay tuned. But I mean, it's so true though. I just don't see any reason to go to bartending school. Like, we don't have any technical certifications to be in this industry. It's chaotic. It's wild. There are a lot of ways in. Your best bet is to be a hard worker, to be really personable, and just understand that what you're doing is a really unique line of work. You know? And it takes a really unique skill set. And not everyone's cut out for it. I think we've all met some people that aren't.
Absolutely. I think the last word I was going to add to your spiel was being efficient.
Yeah.
No one went to, hey, work the bar. No one to cut off that conversation with that guy.
Right.
Be like, hey, I got shit to do. Or just hear him out of earshot while you're doing other things. Like the cue, put a cue in your head. Oh, I need this. I need to address this guy as I'm making this drink. That's what you said. It's people skills, man. It's about efficiently running your area.
Right.
If you don't have the availability to to stop someone in their tracks when you're trying to make money, it's not the right place for you.
True that.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and I will kind of end this discussion on this idea of certification in this industry. So if you're going into finance and you go to Harvard, you're going to get a good job, right? Bartending does not work that way at all whatsoever.
Mixed bag.
Yeah, I mean, there is no Harvard of bartending.
Yeah.
Maybe if you worked with like Gordon Ramsay or something, I guess you could get like a pretty good gig.
You think that? I bet the servers make so much more money.
Oh, totally, yeah. Well, you think about like, all right, sommeliers, that's a unique sort of line.
You know, that's before we end the discussion, I was going to have that.
Yeah.
That sommelier. I come from a different, this might be my alcoholism talking, but I always say it's the destination, not the journey. When it comes to drinks, I drink fucking Jaeger bombs. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So when I see craft
Your
cocktails,
palate is so unrefined, dude.
yeah, I'll be the first one to tell you that. But when it comes to like craft bartending and sommelier and all that,
Yeah.
I think it's you're talking about bar school being a sham. I'm right up there with sommelier and all that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I know that's a very unpopular opinion. I'm gonna get punched in the face everywhere I go if I go to trendy towns now. But
if we clip this, I would love to see the comments on it. 'Cause I
oh.
feel like you're gonna start a war.
Oh, I know that's a slippery slope, right?
No,
But,
it's cool.
but it's my perspective, and I think it's fucking bullshit. But I've had good wine and I've had bad wine.
You said it.
From people that try to sell me wine. So it
Fair
is
enough.
what it is. And everyone, I'm gonna die in this hill. Everyone's taste buds are ambiguous.
That is very
And
true.
I
That is
can-
super true. Yeah.
I can fucking, I don't know. I have this art about selling Jaeger bombs at my bar. I plant the seed. I'm like, you look like you need a Jaeger bomb. And dude, 10 minutes go by. They're like, that's fucking disgusting. I was like, well,
Or is it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, how weird do you want to get tonight? Fuck it. Jaeger bombs sound good. Eventually you get there,
Right.
and not all the time, but you get there one way or the other. You can say the same thing. That's like a used car salesman trick, right? You can say the same thing about any industry. And sommelier, it's right up fucking there. Like my taste buds are different than your taste buds. My snout can perceive things different than your snout.
Right.
There's no fucking way. I don't know. It's the art of bullshit. Refining a glass that you swirl.
Damn,
before
he
you
said it. He said it. Let's see that shit in the comments.
Oh god.
No, it's cool though. No, I feel it. With as far as like taste goes, it is very subjective. I used to joke about this when I was working at a high-end bar. I would try to read my customers pretty well, and I feel like I could always tell when people didn't know their wine, and if they didn't, I always had the same line, no matter what the wine was. It was, "This is a deliciously earthy." I'm trying to get it out right. Hold on. I can't.
I already know.
I can't say it.
So
with straight
earthy.
face.
It tastes like the dirt that you.
This is my
Shovel.
line every time. Deliciously earthy. Fuck. With a hint of rhubarb. Every wine. And the amount of times I sold that shit, whether it was red
Rhubarb.
or white,
Do you think it was the rhubarb?
dude, I just made it up one
It's
day.
amazing.
And it just seemed to work.
Ah.
That
Ignorance
being
is
said-
bliss, right?
Yeah. I mean, but they enjoyed it. You know what I'm
No.
saying? And like the thing that I did learn about that is like, I did get caught one time because this dude came in who knew his wine. And I sold him on that. And he tasted it and he just goes, "What the fuck?"
The
I was like, "Shit, you're the 1%."
the most genuine what the fuck you received in the industry.
Cracked me up. But yeah, no, I feel you on the sommelier thing, man. It's such a specialized industry.
It's not for me. I am a fucking peasant swine. I know my place in the world, and I apologize sorta to all the sommeliers out there. It's
respect
incredible.
it. I do respect it.
It's incredible
My
what
thing
they go
is,
through.
So my palate is so unrefined. I don't know why. I'm not picky about anything. I could drink gas station coffee. I like it just as good as like barista parlor. To me, it's the same. So I learned very early on that sommelier was probably not in my future. Not refined, dude. I like.
So we're gonna do some
PBR.
Jaeger bombs later, or what?
I like PBR and Jameson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, all the same shit to me.
Yeah, nature versus nurture on that one for sure.
True that. I would say to wrap this all up, as far as bartending school goes, I'm not going to talk too much shit on it because if you want to go to bartending school, go ahead. Learn the cocktails, learn the recipes, but what you're going to have to learn at some point relatively soon is there is the school of hard knocks, so to speak, that you only get when you work behind a bar.
Well said.
And God forbid you go from bartending school to a dive bar. When you got Steve coming in with, a serious alcohol problem and he's going to be hitting on the host the entire time and you got to call the cops and kick him out. You know what I mean? Like,
sorry, my name's Colin, not Steve.
You're Colin? Where's Steve? No, but my point is, like, you can't learn everything you need to learn in bartending school. You got to learn it on the job. You got to have good coworkers. You got to have good management. You got to have good mentors. And you can be a good bartender without all that, but you got to apply yourself. And you do not get the skills you need from bartending school.
I agree.
That is recipes, and that's about it.
Yeah. I think bartending's very ambiguous with the people that, what you just said, what you surround yourself with. My bartending skills and my strong suits are different from someone else's bartending skills and strong suits. I've worked with people that can just fucking hold you in the palm of their hand. And like, I worked with a guy, Bobby, 2 times over at Acme Feed and Seed. He had the bar chanting his name.
First of all,
we all
back up real quick. His name was Bobby 2 times?
Bobby 2 times, baby.
Oh my God.
Rob Robinson. But
that's an amazing name.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm so jealous.
He's a gangster. And I remember one night he was getting hammered behind the bar. I remember one night he just had the whole bar chanting his
censor
name.
that. No bartender ever drinks behind the bar.
Yes, yeah, we definitely have to edit that one. But he was having the whole bar chanting, and I was like, it was a Saturday night. I was like, This is impressive. Now we all rang more than him in sales by a maybe like a 30% margin. This fucking bucko he would pull in more tips than us.
Yeah.
From those interactions in volume in a fucking busy night. I'm like, man, he would just be the mayor of Nashville. You didn't even know the guy. I the only person in volume bartending that got Yelp reviews all the time. You're like, man, you can make that impression in 3 seconds. That's amazing.
And that's
I do not have that skill set.
That's a special skill.
So what I'm saying is bartender to your left, bartender right. We're all trying to make money.
Yeah.
Do it to your skill set, and that's the ironic beauty in all the chaos is that we're all different. You're the entertainer behind the bar. You hold the room. Find your strong suit.
Roll with it.
Yeah.
And improve those skills too. I mean, if you're not great with people, find a way to be great with people. Yeah. Because if you're great with people, that's where you make the most money. Yeah. Volume is great. When I first started bartending, I was always like the hard volume guy. I was just like, I'm going to make every drink in this place. Like, I'm going to be so fast and all that shit. And what I realized within like 2-3 years is like, that's cool. You make a lot more money if you engage with people, kind of fuck with them a little bit, have that like teasing mentality.
Everyone
people
likes
love
to tease.
That,
everyone likes. Oh my God.
Every time, yeah.
Send it to me.
Some of the bartenders that we both know.
People that got sass.
Highest,
give it to me,
dude. Highest percentage that we've worked with. I think we're probably thinking of the same people. Like 40% all the time.
Yeah.
So much money.
Give me that sass.
I'd outring some of these people, and they'd pull in $500 more in tips.
You remember that day we worked with Sweet Jack?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? This kid.
Insider reference.
This kid
y'all
looks
may not
like,
know his name, but
yeah, it's not Jack.
This dude can sell.
This kid looks like a washed up frat boy, but he was like, guys, girls loved him, but he's just like, to my perspective, I was like, he's just a sweet dude.
Hey, to quote the Sopranos, man, he's an earner. That boy earns.
Hey, man, he earned us killing that night.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I think we're about ready to wrap this up. Final points being, if you're going to bartending school, learn the recipes. That's all good. But the best stuff you're going to learn is going to be behind the bar. Find your mentors, find your friends, network. Just get in.
And enjoy that first week of getting thrown to the wolves, because that's how you learn.
Oh, yeah. It's the best way to learn. All right. Thank you all for attending another episode of Beyond the Bar. I'm Aaron Burns. This is Colin Lukasic. We'll be back next week with some more.
See you then, folks.